Horse racing is sweeping the nation. But let us not forget, before we had anime girls here in the West, we had pony girls. Thanks to this game created by Adam Smith, we can now simulate exact outcomes of our favorite speed competitions in My Little Pony without those pesky interferences like plot or character development. Place your bets and start your horse engines, it's time to race. In Fall Weather Friends, our main competitors are Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Twilight Sparkle, at least the ones from the main cast. In the show, Twilight actually wins because the other two are being really head-assed the whole episode, so let's put that to the test. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. And they're off! Even though none of them can seem to escape the starting line, they're rattling around just like pinballs, but Rainbow takes an early lead. She's traveling south through the corridor, and she's going, she doubles back. Twilight bumps her in the right direction. Thank goodness this is a contact sport. Rainbow Dash turning around in through the S bank here on the track, but she cannot seem to make it through the other side. She doubles back, and she's going back around. AJ can't seem to leave the starting pen, bumping into Twilight again. Rainbow is given the right push in the right direction. Thank goodness. There she goes. Up north, she's traversed the S-bend. Twilight is coming hot up on her tail. They collide once again. Twilight overtakes Rainbow as Rainbow seems to be going in the opposite direction. They collide again. AJ just can't seem to catch a break. Twilight going around the S-bank, and she clears it. Uncharted territory here on this first race. Twilight traveling east through the corridor. It looks like is she going to be able to traverse the bend? She does, and AJ and Rainbow Dash just cannot seem to keep their hooves off each other. Twilight going around. It looks like she might be able to do it. There's the finish line, but she is stopped around the spiral, and she goes back in the opposite direction. AJ and Dash finally make it out of the starting pen after doubling back more than 4 or 5 times. They're traversing the S-bank. AJ trailing behind Rainbow Dash. Twilight going the opposite direction, but she comes back down south into the spiral. She's making her way around. Rainbow finally clears the S-bend. AJ is completely hopeless. Dash coming around, but will Twilight be able to make it to the goal? And she does! Ladies and gentlemen, Twilight Sparkle, the victor. That is canon. The episode Wonderbolts Academy doesn't feature a strict one-on-one race between these two characters, but throughout their rivalry in that episode, it just seems right to determine how these two would fare in this kind of setting. Their 500 laps at the beginning of the episode results in a tie, so let's go for the tiebreaker round. Place your bets. Here on Race 2, we have the funnel-shaped track for our competitors to run the race. Here we are. And they're off. Rainbow Dash an early lead. Lightning Dust seems to bump into the second barrier, unable to clear it. Rainbow Dash caught between the second and the third layers. Rainbow Dash backs back out after rebounding. Lightning Dust clearing Rainbow Dash between the second and third barriers. Lightning Dust into the small funnel. She seems to be bouncing, but can she find her way? She is unable to just go straight to the finish line. She doubles back. Rainbow unable to clear the second barrier and goes back to the finish in a bewildered state. Where can she go? She doesn't seem to know which direction. They bump heads. This is the rivalry we've been anticipating for years. And there they go. They're back again. Rainbow back to the starting line. Lightning Dust. She seems to clear. Is she going to be able to do it? No, she bounds, rebounds, pinball style once again. They are now in the same playing field. Lightning Dust clearing again, back to the small funnel. Rainbow Dash unable. She seems to be getting frustrated, ladies and gentlemen. She can't seem to find the right way to traverse these barriers. Lightning Dust coming back. Is this to taunt her? Will her hubris get the better of her? They are colliding. They are intermingling. They really have it out for each other, folks. They are back at the starting line just to bump heads and just really duke it out with their hooves. Lightning Dust finally remembers that this is a race to run, clears the first barrier. Rainbow Dash unable to find... she clears the first barrier, overtakes Lightning Dust, uses the first barrier to rebound back. Uses the second barrier to rebound back. She's got a straight shot. Will she do it? Rainbow Dash, our victor. She wins by a landslide. I dare say, in this commentator's opinion, Lightning's pride got the better of her. She came back to taunt Rainbow Dash, and in doing so, allowed Rainbow to take the lead and win it all. It might be half obstacle course and half race, but what's important here is rebuilding the fractured relationships between sisters. Just kidding, it's about winning. Especially because Applebloom and Applejack totally threw so that Rarity and Sweetie Belle could have their moment of reconciliation. Well, this is the runback. It's no longer a Sisterhooves Social, it's a Sisterhooves Smackdown. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. We have Team Bloom and Team Belle here on our circular track. There are 2 routes to win, so let's see which our competitors choose. And they're off. Both teams choosing the east corridor instead of the south. Team Belle with an early lead, but Team Bloom doubles back. Considering blocking the way, they're going to pursue the south corridor, and it seems to work out for them because the Belle team can't seem to find. They're stuck at the beginning. Maybe they're bickering. There's Team Bloom easily clearing the S-Bank. Oh, they are so close to the finish line already. This could be an early blowout. Team Belle hot on their trail. Here, finally making it to the S-Bank. Looks like Team Bloom overshoots the finish line. Team Belle doubling back. They can't seem to find where to go, but there's Team Bloom right there for an early victory, proving once again that the duo of these 2 sisters, if not for the plot development, would have absolutely dominated at the Sisterhooves Social. One of the fastest races to date. Applejack and Applebloom proving that they have what it takes to win the Grand Prix. The race to defend Fluttershy's honor is one of the most instrumental races of the entire show. It's also the avenue by which all the main 6 obtained their cutie marks at the same time. With such significant lore, it makes sense for Dash to have some plot armor to set the timeline in the right direction. But with the playing field level, let's see if history repeats itself. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. We have Rainbow Dash, Hoops, and Dumbbell here at one of our most complex tracks here at this facility. And they're off. Are they able to clear the starting gate? Because I know for these horses it's pretty complicated. Rainbow Dash seems to be making it out, but she rebounds back and forth. She just can't seem to find that she needs to go east. But she fares better than the bullies who just can't seem to get out at all. Rainbow Dash goes back to intermingle, but there goes Rainbow with Dumbbell hot on her tail. Dumbbell clears, but will he be able to clear the false track? Oh, he's doubling back. Rainbow going back. There they are. Dumbbell seems to be nudging Rainbow in the right direction. She completely clears the dead end. She is not to be trifled with. She knows exactly where she's going, or does she? Because she doubles back, going into the clear area. Dumbbell and Hoops unable to find that they're supposed to go south into where the actual track leads. Dumbbell going down into the dead end. He can't find it. Hoops tries going back to the beginning. Rainbow Dash clears and into the estuary. There she goes. Is she going to be able to find the small opening for her to go? No, she doubles back. Where is she going? She doesn't know. Hoops back at the starting line, and Dumbbell still stuck in this cleared area. Will they collide once again? Just for giggles? Oh no. Rainbow going back out of the clearing area. Dumbbell overtakes her. They can't seem to find where to go, ladies and gentlemen. They are hung up, bouncing back and forth, butting heads. And Dumbbell still stuck, but has the advantage of being the furthest along this race. Rainbow traversing the most distance, going back and forth, back and forth. They collide once again. Dumbbell has found... What a turn of events. Dumbbell has found the entry. Is he going to be able to make it? Rainbow still stuck in the cleared area. Dumbbell in the estuary. No, he doubles back. Hoops just caught in the loop, in the triangle loop. Rainbow finally finds where she was in the beginning. Dumbbell, it's right there, the finish line. He can't make it. Oh no, he rebounds. Rainbow can overtake him after colliding. Rainbow Dash does take the victory here. Ladies and gentlemen, Dumbbell was right there at the finish line, but stumbled. In a shocking turn of events, Dumbbell had the win in the bag, but at the very last moment, completely through, allowing Rainbow Dash to bump and overtake, granting her the victory. The timeline is preserved. That's canon, ladies and gentlemen. While the lore-accurate Applewood Derby ends in a mass casualty event because of the absolutely moronic track design, there's still a competition to be had. The CMC and their big sisters set out to emerge victorious in this derby cart race, which is still technically a horse race, since the ponies are the ones driving the carts. Take the moral of the story and throw it in the trash because I want to see a winner. Ready, set, let's race. It's a lovely day for a derby cart race, and the CMC are lined up in our open free-for-all track. Place your bets. And they're off. There goes Bloom and Belle with an early lead. Scoot trailing behind. Looks like Belle overtakes the first layer of obstacles, but doubles back. Applebloom clears her. Scoots finding the way through, independent of them. She's right at the finish line, but she can't seal the deal. Belle and Bloom, oh my gosh, they're doubling back. Scoot in between the beginning and the second layer. There goes Belle, finding her way, but she can't clear it. Applebloom going back to the start multiple times. She can't seem to find which way to go. There goes Scoot, doubling back and forth. They just need to go east, but they can't seem to manage that. Maybe they've lost their compasses. Belle going back and forth in the corridor, rebounding. Scoot at the top north side of the track. She just needs to go straight. She can't clear the obstacles. Doubling back, Applebloom manages to take the lead. She goes, rebounds between obstacles 2 and 3. There goes Sweetie Belle. There she is. Bloom on the last layer, but there comes Belle. They're neck and neck in terms of progress. Belle is rebounding. Scoot's going to aid in the victory. If not for that collision, Sweetie Belle would definitely not be able to find the finish line. Maybe this collusion against Applebloom, but there you have it, folks. Sweetie Belle with the victory. Thank goodness they started using bumper cars in the Derby races, otherwise this would have been a completely different outcome. What an exhilarating afternoon of horse racing. I think we've proven scientifically that the canon events of the show are indeed how they would have played out regardless of extenuating, mitigating factors. Thanks to the accuracy of this model, we can also extrapolate results that we didn't see in the show. The Applebloom and Applejack duo would have absolutely cleared those marshmallows if not for character flaws like sympathy. But also, Sweetie Belle would have canonically won the Applewood Derby, which is surprising since Applebloom was the one in the category for speed. Anyway, I hope you all placed your bets correctly, and don't let the Yakuza catch you skipping out on your loans. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go pay my bookie. Bye!